Hey guys, Phil Montgomery. I have a scenario here. Is life's getting busier for me. I don't have as much time to play with bees as I had. I only get about 1 day a week, so I have too many hives to be able to do that. So I have to do some stuff too early. It's the end of March, beginning of April. Um, the hives were more or less starting to double. Like last week, I had some hives that were 4 frames of bees and 3 frames of brood. Now they're going all the way up to like 8 frames of bees and 5 frames of brood, and they're really starting to go. So I got to keep them in control. This came through winter as a single, and now they're built up. Last night I like to come at my hives. It's they can get on you sometimes, but I like to pop the lid at night, look in there, and see what they're doing. I think it's fun. I'm a bit of a night owl. I like to be out here at nighttime. Here's an empty frame, and I got another box over here. I've already made my box, so my box has because I had extra stores left over from dead outs or from hives that didn't make it, and or maybe some of them went through as a double deep, but they were carnelian style bees, and they did not use all their resources, so I took them. Now what I'm doing, I'm giving them back to the different hives. So this box that I'm putting together has two full honeycombs on each side, then a partial honey and some pollen if I have it, and then partial empties mixed in there with some partial combs that were started. I waxed the part that didn't finish last year, and now I have an empty comb here. I have 2 or 3 empty combs. This one has some honey on here, and what I'm going to do, I want them to move it to the top box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and score this honey. I want them to move it, and so this creates an emergency for them where they're like, oh no, we got honey dripping, we got to hurry up and get that. This is really being done a little bit earlier than I should. This is the end of March, beginning of April. I also have pollen sub that another beekeeper was very gracious to give me. You got to be real careful taking off these feeders. I use jar feeders, and sometimes those daggone lids will just simply pop off, and that makes it's a bummer when that happens. So what I've learned is it's better a lot of times just to take the whole lid off. Oh, see, that one almost dropped it. Look for your queen. They're eating most of their pollen sub. Last night I seen them, they were absolutely full, but they have a lot of bees out working. They probably have 2 or 3 frames of bees out working. So right now they got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4.5 frames of bees, but if you figure another 2 or 3 that's out in the field getting pollen, that's going to be about 7. I would like to have waited for another week to be able to do it, but my work life doesn't allow me to do that. Most of my bees are very nice, but while I do this, I want to get them on the combs. I'm gonna come to the outside. I started feeding them sugar water about a week ago. They're not eating it a whole lot, but they are starting to. Say a little prayer not to kill your queen when you're pulling that first one out. What I'm looking for is brood. I'll take this old pollen sub, I'm gonna take it here, and I'm gonna squish it to try to get more of the moisture to the top. That's half honey, half empty. This is an empty, which is good. This is an empty, which is good. Oh, that one's got nectar in it. So that's a good thing you do. This one was all the way empty. You put the empty one inside of the one that has the nectar, and if it's empty on the other side, you turn it around. So what I have, if you're figuring half frames, honey, honey, empty. Now they just started humming real loud. It either means they're queenless or they're getting aggravated with me. It's getting ready to rain. It's a really bad day to mess with bees. Since they're making that loud sound, I'm gonna make sure they're queen right. I'm looking for eggs or larvae. I see cat brood. There's a bunch of larvae right there. I'm gonna move one frame of larvae up to the top. That's gonna make the bees follow it. You don't want to set them right on the ground, because you don't want your queen to be on there and walk away. I don't want to go into this brood chamber more than I have to, so I'm going to go ahead. I forgot to bring my queen pennants in my bee jacket. I don't wear a bee jacket much anymore, unless they're grumpy. So I'll put this one in the new box. And then this one, this is a bunch of honey. I don't want that. I want that on the outside. I'm gonna place this empty one here in the center. That gives them an empty there, and then there's another empty one here. So they got a frame and a half to grow into. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put the one with the least amount of honey toward the inside. I try not to shake them off if I don't have to. That some of them will really tick them off. And then what I'm gonna do, these bees are not as big as I would like, but I may not be able to work them. It's gonna rain for a whole nother week. Got a chance of rain, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it prematurely. This is Pollen Sub, another beekeeper gave me, which is Bee Pro from Man Lake. I've never used it. I just got done using a box of, that's what this stuff is global pollen patties with 15% pollen. This stuff is just protein. And I'm gonna give him a goodly amount. He put it in the middle. That way both of the frames of bees can use it, the top and the bottom. I have seen I do not have a beetle trap in this one. I need to put one in here. Then I'll put this second box on. It's a little bit premature. I'm leaving my shim on so I can put more pollen, and then I know there's larvae right here. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put some of this pollen. It was real dried out. I think he had it in the freezer, and it was real dried out and funky looking. So what I did was I went and put it in. I mean, the guy's awesome. He is awesome. Very generous guy. Been good to me with knowledge and with stuff. And he gave me this box. It was old, and so what I did, I soaked them in water. Okay, just put my lid back on. I'm now feeding them 60% water, 40% sugar. And they're not really using it a tremendous amount yet, but they will. It's getting real windy. So I really like these concrete blocks like this. My favorite ones are the half concrete blocks that are hollow. This covers the hole and weighs down the box. It keeps these. I just go with, I'm getting ready to be a sideliner. So what I do, I'm just going with a most economical possible, a cut piece of plywood. Put a weight on each side. This keeps it from bowing. It's funny, some plywood will bow like crazy, some stay solid as a rock. I don't know what it is. I hope you enjoyed my videos. If you would, subscribe and like them. Hope you have a great bee season. Be blessed.